Hi everyone, in this class I would like to explain about the present perfect tense. So if you see the structure, subject plus have, has plus V3 plus object. Coming to the definition, the action was started in the past and it is going on up to the present time. So in the 3-4 varieties are there to use in a present perfect tense. So first usage is to indicate an action that happened just now. So just now we used to complete some actions. Whatever the actions are going to complete are completed just now. Those type of actions we can explain in present perfect tense. Nothing but just now completed actions. Just now. 5 minutes before, 2 minutes before, 1 minute before, a few seconds before. The just now completed actions we can explain in present perfect tense. If you see the examples, he has just gone out. He has just gone out. So when he has gone out just now, 1 minute before. So next, we have had our dinner just now. That means we completed our dinner just now. These two examples are explaining the actions were completed just now, before the few seconds and before the few minutes. That's why we used in a present perfect tense. And the second one is with for and since. How we have to use with for and since. It's a very important bit. So in a competitive exams and in a public examinations, they used to ask you about the for and since. So when you want to use since means it explains about point of time, and a for is period of time. So if you want to mention particularly time, day, month, year and day, week, etc., you have to use the since. If it is a period, you have to use the for. So this for and since we are using in a present perfect tense. If you see the example, he has been ill since last week. That means he was suffering from fever since last week. So here we used since for last week. Last week means it is a particular week. We can identify, we can understand very easily that since last week he has been ill. So next example, I have known him for a long time. So I knew that guy very well. That means here I have known him for a long time means in a second sentence says they didn't mention about particular time, particular date, particular week, particular day, particular month. Without mentioning all these things, just they mention for a long time. The long time refers to maybe years, maybe months, maybe weeks, maybe days, maybe hours. So in this way we have to use for and since in a present perfect tense. And another example, we haven't seen him for 5 years. So here also we haven't seen him. I didn't see him for 5 years. Which 5 years? We don't know. There is no clarity regarding 5 years also. Just now they mention only long time. So if you want to use since, we have to mention from 2000 year onwards, maybe from since 2005, maybe since 2006, maybe since 2012. So in that way we used to mention. And a third usage is to indicate an action which happened in the past but the result is still on. That means the action was started in the past but the result is still on. The result was not completed and it is going up to present time also. So at that time also we can use in a present perfect tense. If you see the example, I have cut my finger. I have cut my finger. The action was completed but it is still going on. How can we say bleeding is there? Still it is bleeding. I have cut my finger but still bleeding. So the bleeding is still going on. Up to the present time the bleeding is there. So in this way we can use in our present perfect tense. Another example, she has finished her work. So this is also just now completed action, still it is going on up to the present time. And next one is an action which has never happened till now. Even we can express and we can use present perfect tense to explain even the action has never happened till now. For example, I have never seen a Tamil movie. That means up to now, so far, up to this time, I have never seen a Tamil movie in my life. So in that way we can use present perfect tense. Have you ever seen a ghost? It is a yes or no questions with help of the helping verb. Have. Have you ever seen a ghost? That means they are asking us or they are asking me, have you ever seen a ghost? Up to now in your life, did you see a ghost? In that way. He has never met a film star. Up to now, I didn't meet a film star. And he has never met a film star. These three examples are explaining the action has never happened till now. Up to now, the action has never happened. So in that way also we can use the present perfect tense. And if you see these structures, in this also we can write four forms or four structures. First structure is subject plus have, has plus V3 plus object. Here V3 means main verb V3 form. It is a positive structure. Subject plus haven't, hasn't plus V3 plus object. It is a negative structure. Have, has plus subject plus V3 plus object. Yes or no question. Haven't, hasn't plus subject plus V3 plus object. Yes or no negative. If you see the examples, I have bought a pen. I have bought a pen. Positive sentences. I haven't bought a pen. It is a negative sentences. Have I bought a pen? It is yes or no question. Positive sentences. Haven't I bought a pen? It is yes or no negative sentences. If you see here, for subjects, I, we, you, they, we have to use have. I have, we have, you have, they have. First person singular I, first person plural we, second person singular you, plural also you, third person plural they. For these subjects we have to use have. It's a very important bit in a competitive exams and in a public examinations also. So if it is a singular helping verb, you have to use singular subject. Otherwise, if it is a singular subject, you have to use singular helping verb. If it is a plural subject, you have to use the plural helping verb. And coming to as we have to use for third person singular. He, she, it, and noun also. Razu has, Rani has, singular noun. If two nouns are there, Razu and Rani, at the time you have to use have because two nouns are there. Single noun means as. He has, she has, it has, Razu has. In that way we have to use. Have and has are have forms in present perfect tense. So if you see time frames, just. So when you are going to see these words in a given sentences, then you can identify very easily that these sentences are belongs to present perfect tense. Just now, recently, today, this week, this month, this year, still, yet, never, till now, already, since, for, up to now, by now. So all these words, if you are going to see in a given sentences, you can identify very easily about the present perfect tense. So these are the major rules to express about the present perfect tense. When have and has is there, you have to use the V3, main verb V3. So this is have and have as are positive have forms. So if you create negative, have plus not is equal to haven't. As plus not is equal to hasn't. These are the short forms. Haven't, hasn't. So to prepare yes or no questions, first we have to start with the helping verb. If you see example here, have, helping verb, you, subject, and remaining sentences. Seen is a V3. Have you ever seen a ghost? Otherwise here, have I bought a pen? Have, helping verb, I, subject, bought, V3, a pen, object. So here, I have bought a pen. So if you want to use she has bought a pen. He has bought a pen. She hasn't bought a pen. Has she bought a pen? Hasn't she bought a pen? In that way, we have to use. Okay.